Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have Caitlin with me. She's actually recording right now, and she just picked me up from work, and we're gonna head a couple hours south to possibly, more than likely I'm gonna buy this truck. It's pretty nice. We're gonna hop on the internet. We don't really have to go very far. It's only about 100 miles, but it is gonna take about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get down there. We have plenty of time, so I just took a half day from work. She picked me up, and we're gonna go down here and hopefully bring us a new truck home. This will be the newest truck that I've ever owned. I've always had old trucks, and I was looking at old trucks, and I was gonna go buy an older one, but the way the market is right now, guys, there's really no like medium between buying a total piece of crap and buying something that's pretty nice. What I was wanting to get was something pretty nice to fix up, but this thing is supposedly completely rust free. It's got kind of higher miles on it, but not too bad, and it's a really nice truck. So you guys will just have to wait and see if we pick it up, and yeah, enjoy. 20 minutes away. I actually I sent Truckmaster, he was in the last video we did. He's a huge Duramax guy, so I messaged him and kind of told him what I was getting, and he's like all about it, super pumped for me. So I'm really feeling good about this truck. I really think you guys are gonna like it a lot too. So yeah, we just have about 20 minutes left, guys, and you guys will finally get to see it. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. This thing is sweet. Obviously, guys, it's not like I'm new to these trucks. I've worked on them all the time. I've done tons of work on them, changing motors in these LMMs. Done quite a bit to them, drove them a lot. But I've never owned one, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty pumped about it. This thing is awesome. It drives so nice. It is a blast. I'm about to cross over back into Indiana right now. We're coming down a hill. So, yeah, I just want to give you guys that little update, but I gotta do some driving here, so I'll catch back up with you guys when we get home. You guys can finally get to see this thing. God, it's so nice in here. Alrighty, guys. Now it is 2 days later from the last time we talked. Made it home, good with the truck, and I'm in love with it. But it has blown head gaskets. Yeah. It has blown head gaskets. I don't know if the seller that I got it off of knew, because he didn't have it very long, but can't really say for sure. I'm not going to call him out on it, but the truck for sure has blown head gaskets. I'll show you guys how I know that. Pop the hood real quick. So we drove this truck home, and I drove it 2.5 hours home, no problems at all. Didn't overheat, didn't lose coolant, nothing at all. And I get it home, and I check all the fluids when I get it home, and I noticed that this radiator cap, or this coolant expansion cap, was loose. You can see I have it loose right now. And the reason why is because the head gasket is blowing out into, one of the head gaskets is blowing into one of the coolant ports. I don't know which side it's on. I haven't even dug that far into it. It's not really even worth trying to see which one it is, rather than just fix them both. And it's putting pressure into the coolant system. So, because I got home and I found out that was loose, and I didn't think nothing of it, because the coolant's clean in this thing. It doesn't have hardly any exhaust gas or anything like that in it. At least it didn't look to be that way. But if you tighten that cap up, then it will make excessive coolant pressure. You can let it sit for hours after you shut it off, and this radiator hose right here will stay rock hard. The first time that I drove it with the cap tight, it blew out of this radiator hose right here, all over the motor, all over the firewall, and that's why it was just always strategically left a little bit loose to relieve some of that head gasket pressure. Now, I have drove the truck to work a couple times, and minus that, everything's great. The truck runs good, shifts good, no blow by. It's not mixing oil in the coolant. It's not doing anything like that. So we were gonna try to just not drive the truck a lot, and we can't do head gaskets on it right this second. And like I said, I've been holding out on you guys, but I have a ton of stuff right now going on in the background, and once it's all said and done, I'm gonna make it all known why we haven't been making videos a lot lately, and why we haven't been doing anything here at the garage. But yeah, so that kind of sucks. So we're gonna have to put head gaskets on it. Costs anywhere from about $800 to $2,000 in parts. Luckily, we are capable to do these ourselves. It is a big job. You guys have watched me and Bailey do them before on the channel. but since this is mine, I'm going to take the time and I'm going to show you guys a detailed video that actually explains how to do this step by step. We will be lifting the cab off of it. So we'll be taking basically the brake master cylinder loose from the firewall. We'll be taking the steering shaft loose. A lot of stuff up here we'll take loose. All the cab mounts, and then we'll actually put it on the lift and we'll lift the cab off of the frame rail, and then we'll be able to just work on the motor right there. It'll be a lot easier than trying to simply, because you can do them, you don't have to lift the cab off. You can do them just like this. You can take everything apart, but I have a lift and it would just be so much easier to just lift the cab off. Me and Mason have lifted one of these cabs in a couple hours before, so it's really not a big deal. Luckily, this is the easier of the years to do it on. Some of them are kind of a pain in the butt, but this, not really a pain in the butt, just a little tighter. Like the firewall clearance on the classic body styles are a lot tighter, and these are just really laid out simple to where you can get the cab. This is probably, honestly guys, when it comes to like 2000 and up diesel trucks, these are probably the easiest one, minus a second gen, to lift the cab off of. So that is one good thing that we have going for us. The truck is absolutely beautiful. It is completely rust free. It has no rust on it anywhere. I'm telling you guys, the frame rail on this thing, guys, which I've been driving it, I need to stop driving it in this salt. The frame on it, guys, is, I mean, it is in perfect shape. There's one spot back here on the bed where it was kind of poorly repaired and they put some Bondo in it, but other than that, everything's OEM. There's no Bondo in this thing. Like, if you look at the doors, everything is just OEM. It's never been repaired before. It is super clean. Underneath the doors, there's not even rust even thinking about starting. It is a full leather truck. We're about to clean it out. It's Friday night now. We bought this truck on Wednesday, but yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, after I found that out, I was so excited whenever I was driving this thing home. And that night, me took it to dinner, and me and Bailey were in the driveway, and we popped the hood and we saw that it sprayed coolant over the motor, and I just instantly knew. It's like, yep, okay. But I was like just trying to think, oh, maybe it's not, but it is. So we're not also 100%. I have someone that would be interested in buying this, and obviously they know that the head gaskets are blown on it, basically for what I paid for it, and I could basically just kind of move it along and they would be able to fix it. But like I said, I can't get a whole lot into it. I don't want to spill a lot of the beans and put a lot of information out there on what's going on right now in the background until it's done. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we keep this thing, fix it up, because it is beautiful? I mean, I got a really good deal on it to where I'm not gonna lose money on this thing no matter what. Even if we do fix it and drive it for a while, we'll still be in the gold. But yeah, just kind of sucks, you know. People screw people over, and this is one thing you guys got to look for if you buy a used Duramax. It doesn't matter what year, apparently. You know, the LLYs are the worst year for it, but anytime if you guys go buy Duramax, look at the coolant. Don't meet them somewhere like I did where it's hot, because obviously when it's hot, this radiator hose is going to be hot. It's going to be hard, you know. Right now, since I have the cap loose, I can flatten it, but if I had that thing tight, this radiator hose would be rock hard, and that would be putting a lot of pressure on the coolant system, and that really freaks me out because it could push other gaskets. A really bad one that it can push is the adapter plate on the back of the motor. You have to drop the oil pan, and it's a ton of work. So I'm trying to think how I can say this without telling you guys too much info. I can't let it out. But we're just gonna have to wait a little bit. We're gonna have to wait a little bit to do the repairs on this thing, if we do end up keeping it. So let me know what you guys think. Should we keep it? Should we not? It'll be really good content for the channel to be able to show you guys how to do work on one of these. This is a 2007 truck. It's an LMM Duramax. Let me tell you guys, I love it. I love it. It is so nice to drive. The keys are cranked up in the front right now, so I'm gonna probably crank those down here in a few. You can see how high it's sitting. They've got them cranked real high. Well, there's torsion keys down there on that cross member. You just basically back them off evenly, and you can actually take a tape measure and measure the fender well and make sure they're the same on both sides to make sure it's nice and even. It's got the tires towed out. They've got them cranked so far that the tires are even starting to tow. So yeah, hope you guys like it. Let's show you guys the inside a little bit. leather truck, man. It's got the remote start in it. It's got the full center console. The back seats are, I mean, it doesn't have heated seats, but it's still really, really comfortable. There's a couple small things wrong with the interior, like the window, the lock does not work on that side. The back windows don't roll down unless you use the master switch. If you're in the back and you roll your window down, I would have to roll it back up. I think the center console is original. I don't know if it's been swapped in here or not, but I noticed it's kind of loose, you can see. So I gotta fix that. But overall, guys, this truck is just, it's so clean. I might even just grab a creeper real quick and we'll go underneath it so you guys can see the underneath side of this thing. It's kind of dirty right now because I've been driving her around quite a bit, but yeah, just check out this, guys. Look at this thing. Like I said, it's dirty, but so clean. Stupid clean. I haven't been able to, like I said, find one, even just the smallest amount of rust on it. It's all factory. And that's kind of hard to find in one of these. You know, this truck is, gosh, it's 13 years old, but it's been taken care of. I had to go down to Kentucky to get this, and yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything and act like, oh, it's no big deal. Whenever I found out these head gaskets were blown, I was pretty upset. It's a pretty big purchase for me. It's a lot of money to spend on a truck, and to immediately have to do You want to go outside? Is that what you want? You want to go potty? There you go. To immediately have to do this kind of work to it, it was just like, I was so excited about it, and then I get home and I'm like, come on, like. But to be honest with you guys, there's no way I would have really been able to notice this, because they're not really that bad. Like, it's not mixing coolant, it's not mixing into the oil, it's just a little bit of excessive pressure in the coolant system, and it's enough to know that they're bad. I mean, I would like to think it could be a thermostat or something, but there's, after driving with the cap tight, it was starting to turn the coolant color a little bit, and that would be the exhaust gas getting into it. So that's what we're dealing with, guys. That is what we're dealing with. But anyways, I hope you guys like the new truck. I'm about to detail it and everything, so I guess I'll let you guys hang around and check that out. Alright guys, we just went ahead and actually used some Armor All leather care. I use this on all my leather products. This is actually the only bottle I've ever bought. It goes a really long way. It's like 10 bucks. But I don't care hugely for the smell, but it does really clean the leather up a lot and put some good deep shine in it and protects it, especially in trucks that, you know, sit out in the sun a lot, don't have tinted windows. Basically just kind of protect the leather, conditions it, moisturizes it. Which I don't, me and Corey are talking, we don't even know this is real leather they put in these Silverados, but it still looks good. We got the interior all cleaned up, guys. Looks so much better. Good looking truck. Got the back seats cleaned up as well. Kind of turn this light. You guys see the back seats. It is looking fresh back here. Carpet is super clean in this thing. Definitely hasn't been a work truck for a really, really long time. Have noticed the third brake light I think is leaking a little bit. There's some stainage on the headliner, and it looks like there's some water in the third brake light. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's definitely some moisture in there, so I need to take that off and silicone it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. There's some moisture in there. Anyways guys, that is going to wrap up the end of this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the new truck. Let me know what you guys think we should do to it. I know the first couple things are probably like some wheels and just kind of putting our own little touch on it. But yeah, I mean, nothing major right off the bat. Like I said, we just kind of got to wait before we can do anything major to this thing. But we may keep it. I'm kind of on the fence. We may keep it, we may not. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.